looks like the time is here. Stargirl. This is the best comic book show that I ever seen. And I honestly think is better than the other CW comic book show. Well, with the series getting cancelled right after season 3, which is sad to hear, this is a good opportunity to talk about their deeds and their dark side. Last time I did it on the Teenage Bounty Hunters, and that did alright with one try. Yeah, so today we're ranking characters that is going to heaven or hell. Well, I hope you're ready, and let's get started. Okay, we're starting with heaven. Well, it doesn't hurt with the good news, right? For this heaven list, we're starting with the most good character, and that would be the Shining Knight. He has a long day of fighting in the past. Well, just like in the comics, he worked as a janitor undercover, and after all this time, he reunites with Pat Dugan and helped the JSA defeat Icicle, and he is welcome to help for next time. Okay, well, sure. He did not return in season 2. In season 3, I mean, the last time that we seen the shiny armor is at the end of season 1. But what the shiny armor did in season 1 was the goodest deeds. For the second most good character, we have Jenny's, or I may say, the daughter of the Green Freaking Lantern. Well, her first appearance is in season 2. Well, at first, her main goal is to track down her long-lost brother. So she doesn't have anything to do about the Green Lantern legacy. Well, Jenny can be completely out of control, and that will lead her to being reckless. Well, Jenny was able to control the lanterns and the ring. Well, Jenny did agree to help the JSA defeat Eclipso at the end of season 2. And spoiler alert, Jenny finally found her brother. And what I heard actually takes Green Lantern's place. Okay, let's go back to the past. Jenny seems to be friendly to the team. And even she's not experienced, she's shown to be pulling up a fight against Stargirl. So it's pretty surprising for a quick learner. Well, I think Jenny's is going to do big things, just like her dad. Okay, then we got the original JSA. This team has died saving the world, and that's for dark side reasons. They pull in a vote, either they want to kill or not, because of their family are being threatened. Will Starman pass down the legacy for someone that is worldly? But some of the old JSA teams turns out to be still alive, and they still help serve justice. Then we have Todd. Okay, that's Jenny's brother that I'm talking about. And he has superpowers too. Well, I don't know how I'm going to explain it, but his powers is basically based on darkness. Yeah, this kind of power scared the crap out of me when I first seen this scene. Like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so in this case, it looks like he is losing control. But the whole entire time, it turns out that Jenny was the solution. I mean, the Green Lantern is the light after all. Because of that, the two siblings was able to reunite. And that's pretty much a close call, if you know what I'm saying. But Todd did shown one bad deeds before he got his powers. Him and his friends has break into the restaurant. Well, that's for your birthday reasons. And that was it. Not to deduct too many points on him, but Todd is a great person, just like his twin sister. Then we have Beth Chapel. If I didn't say her last name right, let me know in the comments down below. Beth is friendly, kind, and helpful. Right after discovering Stargirl's secret, she wants to help Courtney in the team. She pretty much chooses herself to be a hero, despite that her perfect parents are getting a divorce. Well, long story short, his parents discovered her identity. Well, in season 3, Beth did push her parents away just for safety reasons, and that is pretty understandable. But at the end, Beth has existence. So Bet just find her way to be the new Dr. Midnight. Okay, I feel like I'm talking too fast now. Pat Dugan. Well, Pat was Starman's sidekick in the past, and he was stuck under his shadows. After he died, he built a really sick robot that's called Stripe. Well, I will say that Pat is like a DC version of Tony Stark. Well, with Pat becoming Courtney's stepdad, he tried his best to have a bond with her, but Courtney didn't want that, and that's where she discovered Pat's secret. And that's how she get the staff. The whole entire series, Pat get concern for Courtney, and that is some pretty understandable parenting. And Pat did show Courtney what it means to be a hero, and she will have to take responsibility by finding a balance. And overall, he helps the new JSA team, and he was always there to help Courtney. At the end of season 3, Courtney called Pat Dad for the first time, and I freaking love this moment. Well, I would recommend Pat as a true father to Courtney. And nothing cannot take that away, right? Okay, then finally, we get to talk about the main character of this series, Courtney Whitmore, known as Stargirl. Well, I know Courtney is a good guy and all, but she can be a little bit of a brat. Well, Courtney has caused drama and got into fights, and Courtney did disrespect her stepfather before she became Stargirl, and she has caused a insult and exploded a car, and that wasn't self-defense. Okay, well, sure, Courtney can be reckless, and we don't blame her, right? Actually, we do blame her, because in reality, Courtney should know better. And also, Courtney has misunderstood Jenny's, because Jenny was the one that attacked Courtney, and now Courtney has judged her, and that is literally the worst moment of her. But she has apologized at the end, and in season 3, Jenny's and Courtney relationship improved, and Courtney has seized the good in people. Well, Stargirl is a gymnast, and she is shown to be athletic. Well, Stargirl has did a lot of fighting in the whole entire series. And thanks to the fake Starman, she was able to trigger her true power, which is pretty epic and cool. And the funny thing is that she thought that Starman is related to her, and that's not the case. The staff really work for her because she's worldly, and she has helped Cameron control his powers and everything. Whatever when you're in the dark side, Stargirl can sure put you in the light. And one more thing, Stargirl appeared as a cameo when Beast Boy is on the wrong universe. I haven't seen the episode because I haven't watched Titan before. I just seen this clip in the internet just now. And that was pretty dope. I mean, imagine that Stargirl has a crossover if the show was not cancelled. Okay, now let's move on to Barbara Courtney Whitmore. Well, that's Courtney's mom. Well, she's more like a supportive character. Well, Barbara has comforted Courtney, and she believed that her daughter can win. Well, just like Pat, Barbara bond with her new stepson, and she has supportive Paula. She has helped and kicked some major butt at the end of season 3. Okay, next we got the Gambler. Yeah, I know. It is very surprising that people like him will go to heaven. He was a bad guy all the way back in season 1. In season 3, he has changed because he has discovered that he has a daughter. In the gambler's childhood, he grew up without a father, just like Courtney did, and he did not want to make the same mistake what his father did to him. So he decided to do better for his daughter, and then he died, and that's how the season 3 murder mysteries start. I don't know about you guys, but I respect the Gambler for changing his ways. It wouldn't hurt that he gets to meet Jesus Christ. Henry Kings, known as Brainwave Jr., according to the comics, Dave is the villain, But Brainwave Jr. is different from his father. Okay, well, sure. He has broken you on the trust in the past, and his was kind of a jerk. But his was redeemed and tried to turn his father good. But that didn't work, so Henry got killed by his own father right after one try. Well, it was nice knowing Henry while it lasted. Then we got Mike Dugan. Mike is Pat's son, Barbara's stepson, and Courtney's stepbrother. He even exists in comics. Well, Mike is maybe under the shadows of Stargirl. Mike has did good things, just like his dad. And that's all I'm going to say. I got no bad deeds I would have to say about him. Jack came in the Thunderfoot. Okay, Jack Keem is my friend, and the Thunderfoot is just some mystical pink thunder creature that give you any wishes. Just like the genie. I will say these characters are okay. I mean, there's nothing important about these guys, in my opinion. Cameron McKent, known as Icicle Jr. Okay, Cameron is different from his father. Well, you guys may argue that he nearly killed our man, but he never fall into this path like his dad. Well, in the comics, he was the bad guy, like his father. But in the show, Cameron was so different from his comic self. And I never thought that Courtney and Cameron would be dating. Well, Cameron is a good guy, unlike his father. Wanda Montez, known as Wildcat. Well, she starts off as a popular one, and then she became a nerd, and now she's a superhero. Wildcat was close friend to Stargirl, and they help each other out. And there's some terrible moment in Wildcat. She disagree with Courtney about believing in change in supervillains, and she has killed Brainwave, and then afterwards she lived to regret it. And she had hold a grudge on Sydney for everything what she did to her. But hey, no one is perfect sometimes. Wanda is a pretty understandable person. Artemis Croc. Well, in the comics, Artemis is technically the new Green Arrow, but in the show, she is, well, I don't know who she's supposed to be. Well, Artemis is athletic, just like her parents. Well, she can be a little hot-headed. I mean, she has killed Icicle just to avenge her parents. But let's cut her some slack. She was helpful for the JSA team, and that was pretty epic for an anti-hero. Rick Tyler, known as the new Hour Man. Well, he has did some good things, but sometimes he lets his anger issues get the best of him. Either he is wearing that hourglass or not. Sidney Berman, known as the Shiv. Well, Sydney is kind of an anti-hero, with her being the Dragon's King's daughter. She was told to do bad things, so Sydney tries to kill Stargirl to impress her dad, and that did not go what it expected. So Sydney kills her own dad and then starts to do things on her own, and then she suddenly get a Vegeta character arc right after escaping the Shadowlands. Right after defeating Eclipso, Sydney wanted to join the JSA. Well, I'm not going to lie. Sydney should be forgiven for everything that she has done. Well, if there's a Stargirl season 4, then I would like to see Sydney more arcs. Sportsmaster and Tigress. Man, there's so many things that they're guilty of. I mean, they have break into Pat's house and committed a assault, and then they suddenly have a redemption arc because them going to jail will destroy their family. So for them to change, they have to focus on their daughter Artemis and find a wife. Well, they convince the mechanic not to fight anymore. And that is a nice moment. And then things gets really sad that they get killed off.
Yike, what the heck, DC?